Power 106, Brown Bag Party. Akon. Hey, Akon, did you know that you're a walk-up song to one of the Dodgers, Akon? Mookie Betts, Soul Survivor.
That's crazy.
Are you going to root for the Dodgers now versus the Yankees?
Well, Jersey and New York always had a rivalry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm definitely going for it.
Let's go!
Akon. You know what rhymes with Akon is Elon, right? Okay, so I know that you have a lot of tech in the Akon city coming, to Africa. Did you see all the robots that are being rolled out, the Tesla robots, and what's your thought on that?
Actually, I love it. We're embracing all the latest technologies, especially with what we're doing in the city. We want to be able to move Africa forward, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the advantages that Africa's never been really developed. So we can start from the gate, building on top of brand new technology,
super high tech,
versus already modelized countries or places where they have to tear down the old technology
transition into
and
new
transition
stuff.
into new.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're not afraid the robots will kill you? I feel like
You never see an iRobot?
I'm scared, Akon. We're laughing because we literally recorded this. We had to re-record.
Feels
We're
like
doing the
a
same thing.
reenactment.
Second half better. That's hard to see. So what's crazy is okay, prime example. And I'm glad you raised that because most people are afraid of AI.
Yeah.
Right. Specifically.
Right? They look at it okay, well, these are self-learning robots.
Right.
But people fail to remember that they only do what we program them to do. And as people, we're not going to program them to kill us.
Akon, we're
who programs
evil.
your robot to kill you?
Hold on, whoa.
Okay, because
have you seen the robo-dogs? Have you
yes,
seen
those are scary. I was just gonna say that I seen an interaction that 2 Chainz had with one of the robots,
Tesla
right?
robot.
And he was asking him "Oh, do you know how to play basketball?" And then he said, "No, hopefully soon." So it's what does that mean? How are you hoping for the future, robot?
Because he's learning. So you got every prime example.
But the robot has hope. You know what happens when something has hope?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't have hope.
But
it's just saying it.
That's just be right. That's just vocabulary.
Okay.
It doesn't feel anything. It doesn't know anything unless you program it to know it or program it to feel. But even when it's feeling, it's not authentic feeling. It's like code feel.
Yeah.
Does
So they're fake.
But
until you program it to shoot a ball, it don't know.
But if it learns how to shoot a ball, can it shoot a gun?
It can shoot a ball, it can shoot a gun, and it can press a button for an atomic bomb.
Jesus.
That's
But
scary.
again,
Okay, you're
it's
scary now.
us,
Program it.
but it's us teaching it to.
Yeah, but you haven't seen iRobot, where they overcome. They get too smart and they kill us.
But can I tell you what kills us?
What?
People, we're too smart.
And robots.
Dang, that's
It's us. Think about the average dumb person. The last thing on their mind is violence. They're too dumb to think about violence. But when they get smart, then that smartness you start learn things, then you start to want the things that you learned, and that greed kicks in, and that's before you know it, you're willing to kill for it.
Yeah. It becomes a how. How can I get it?
Right. So the more intelligent we become, believe it or not, the more violent we become because we build that greed within it. We
More
want
power.
And then not only do you want more, but we realize we never have enough. No matter how much you get, you're never satisfied.
Jeez, Akon, then what's the solution?
The solution is to just stay dumber. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, say less.
No, the solution really is, I think it's the ignorance that makes us scared, right?
Yeah.
Because we're always afraid of what we don't know.
That part.
Right, but one thing I do know is technology, and I know that a computer will not go against its command. Now, if it malfunctions, that's another thing.
Right.
But malfunctioning is not going to be violent. It's just going to just stop working.
Buffering?
Yeah.
Glitching or something like that. Now, the one thing I can say that I am afraid of, though, is the robotic soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
That I
Those are
can say,
violent.
honestly, I'm afraid of only because we can't check the back end on the technology on who programmed it and why. So
Yeah.
if you put a military robot out there as a soldier, and that military robot has been given a command to kill a specific person,
Target,
leader, or group of people, they can always come back and say, "Oh my God, it was a mistake. It was a malfunction." But who's to say if that was an actual malfunction?
Can't look back into what the programming
we can't check.
And then the laws aren't even like up on that enough to even charge anybody.
Right. And then guess what? It's not that many people intelligent enough to even know what to look for.
Right.
And if they are, they probably be off before that happens because they always get really loose ends. So government can kind of dictate what they want to do and when they want to do it, and they can hide behind robots to actually get it done. That's the only thing that scares me about it.
Yeah,
that is super scary.
Because they're already using drones. Like drones are being
like
used
drones
all
is
the
a prime
time.
example. Like drones kill civilians every day, and they say, "Oh, malfunction, wrong target."
Right.
Bro, come on now. Computers don't make mistakes. They're perfect.
Okay, isn't a drone a computer?
Huh?
Isn't a drone a computer?
It is. But again, it's driven by a person.
It's programmed.
A human is controlling that drone.
Yeah.
It ain't controlling itself. And if it is controlling itself, it's programmed by a human to control itself.
Right.
To do whatever it's supposed to be doing it by itself. It's no different from a Tesla car. It's not going to just drive to the location. You got to put in the address, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll take you through navigation to that address. But if I put a navigation to roll off the cliff, guess what it's going to do? Roll off the cliff.
Yeah.
So it's up to us what we program it to do. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's really to be afraid of the person that's programming it.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not going to see any Akon robots eventually, you know? Like,
yeah,
definitely.
are.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, it's like if you ever needed a friend, you have a robot, and it's just like you
a whole
won't be
bunch of
lonely.
little black ass robots.
They're just flirting with the bartender.
Serving drinks to all the girls.
The robot's like, I don't drink.
Hey, he's a
I'm gonna have robots serving drinks. Some will be in love with strippers. Then we have some soul survival ones. You know what I'm saying?
Some are gonna sign the next hot robot.
Yeah. Some gonna be locked up.
And we have some a quite Mr. Lonely ones too.
They
don't go outside. They just stay home.
Do you feel like, I don't know, fear, but like, how do you feel about like AI and robots, even like in the music side of things?
I honestly, it was a blessing. I love it personally because I use it. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm even coming out with an AI album.
What?
Shut up. Is that what this new album's going to be?
No, not this one.
Okay.
This one is, so you got this album, which is Not
First
Guilty.
quarter, 2025.
The next album is Iconic, which will be me, the whole album is going to be features with people you probably never expect me to be featured with. But then that next one, Aconatron.
That one? Wow.
Sounds like a roller coaster.
It's a full AI album, and I'm going to be featuring with people dead and alive.
Oh my God! You have a Tupac feature too?
Up. Yo, my Tupac feature up. Boy, when they y'all hear that one? When that one comes.
Akon, that's crazy.
Don't tell me you told Drake your plan and he ran with it with the Tupac.
No, Drake's pretty smart. He understands. Like he understands this generation. He understands. Like it was very clever to do that.
Right.
It really was. I was like, ooh, that's clever. But then the other one was more human brain. It was a little bit more clever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That kind of can show you the difference.
No, I ain't gonna lie. When he first came out with it, I was like, ooh, that's clever. I wonder how you gonna come back to that one.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. When Kendrick responded to it, he almost made me feel guilty that he used those guys.
Shame, shame.
He's right. These are legends. Why would you do that?
Let him rest.
Pop probably would be rolling his grave. So that gave you the coalition between the electronic way of thinking and the human way of thinking. Because human put it in perspective to where we can relate. Whereas technology just maybe impress you for the moment, right? But when you're talking about a human brain, it's a different. It changes the dynamic altogether.
The perspective, you're so right. Akon, when you're thinking of this stuff, and it's crazy that your mind kind of reminds me of like will.i.am's mind, where we're gonna catch on like decades later about the stuff that you guys are tinkering with and playing around with, right? What gets you in that mind frame? Like you just said, he's your bro. Do you guys have like a group chat? Because literally,
like my dog.
I feel like only you and him get you.
No,
and
because
him.
we feel like we're the only dark skinned guys in the business.
Futurists.
No, we joke about this. Like I remember back in the day, me and him every time we see each other, we just go like this, see who's the darkest. And I win every time, right? So yo, when he see this interview, he's gonna roll. Like he's gonna roll, crying, laughing. Because it's an inside joke within us, but it's all in such fun, right? So I would do that with everybody, including Tyrese. Like I would literally go out of the country and be tanning. and send them a photo of me tanning. Like, y'all will never catch up.
Yeah. Y'all wish.
Y'all wish. You know what I'm saying? But no, to get back to your question when it comes to that, yeah, Will is a very technical savvy type of guy too. And I was the same way. So when I got heavily into crypto, I would, give him pointers or whatever. And then when he would have like new technologies that's not going to be released, so he's looking at certain samples, he would hit me up, check out for this. So we would always bring information like that, future information, to each other to be looking out for, to figure out ways that we can incorporate and take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
I love that, because you need that, because sometimes the world will have you tripping out and thinking like you're crazy for the stuff that's in your head or the things that you believe.
Right.
But once you find that other crazy person, you're
like, you're like, I'm not crazy.
Did you ever hang with Will? Did he take you to Boyle Heights, like his neighborhood or anything? Or?
No, actually, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
What?
Let me tell you, because he'll come in here and he'll talk like us.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's my guy, but I've never seen that side of him. I'm like, bro, he was not from the streets, bro. Like, stop,
Take
Will.
me right now.
He calls himself Willie, the homie Willie.
Right, Willie, but I know it's true.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because he's advanced. Like, you know how some people just grow right in front of you so fast.
Right.
Yeah. And he's so brilliant.
Yes.
And the stereotypical aspect in the hood is that guys ain't that. But then I'll come back to when I was in Jersey, I would hide the fact that I was smart.
Yeah.
Or I would hide the fact that I was into technology and computers and stuff. I never wanted them to know that, because for some reason it was a sign of weakness to an extent. You know what I mean? But they would never know it. You know what I mean? Like, prime example, when I was still in cars, when technology went into electric, like automatic locks and all that, they couldn't understand how I would be able to get into the cars. But I already knew the program before they even put it in the car.
You know what I mean? So
when I came with the automatic start keys and I would actually program the key and start the car, they was like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I paid this dealer to give me a copy."
Yeah. Reportedly.
Not even knowing that I took the key apart and, you know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, people are still breaking into them.
While they break into them with Slim Jim, I'm
putting
like,
the alarm on.
Technology that, brother.
Work smarter, not harder.
Hey, work smarter, not harder.
I think Will's the same.
Yeah, I promise he's the same.
His robots are going to be gangbangers, though. Because
they're going to have
high socks. His robots are going to be gangbangers.
I'll probably feel that. Then I'll believe him.
I can believe him then.
Angie was telling me that you have an all Spanish album.
I got it's called El Negrito.
Dude, how did that come about?
Yo, and it debuted #1 on the Latin charts.
Yeah, because I was seeing that you have like a bunch of people. You have bachata, you have merengue, you have mambo.
Yep.
I'm like, how the heck does he know so perfect Spanish?
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people don't know that I was raised by Puerto Ricans in Jersey. Right? We had a crew called Block Royal, right? And the funniest part about it is that in Africa, we listen to a lot of Portuguese and Spanish music.
Wow.
So when I came to America, this is a fun fact, and y'all can go back and check. Every single record I've ever released, I had a Latin version remix to it.
Wow. Yeah, we know.
All the way starting from Locked Up.
Yeah.
You had
from Locked Up, I had Bolcho. Right?
Yeah.
Then I Wanna Love You with Tego Calderon. Like, these are things that I did naturally.
Yeah.
Every single song, all the way to...
You had a Spanish version.
I had a Spanish version to it. But the thing is, because urban music is always been like sheltered within this box. You could, my urban fans never even knew I had pop records. They didn't even know what Mr. Lonely was until like 4 or 5 years down the line. Because they don't cross market into other genres. They only listen to only hip hop. Like, if I go through this, through the airport, we had this conversation. You go through the airport, if I meet anybody black, they're going to scream out, I'm locked up, or Akon and Young Jeezy, because that's what they listen to. Then when I'm in a airport and a white person come to me, they're going to be singing either Smack That, you know what I'm saying? Or Mr. Lonely.
Yeah.
And it's weird because depending on who I'm bumping into, that's what I normally get. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you had an advantage always, like, musically, because you have like a worldview of music and the world?
That was the advantage for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, believe it or not, that's what set me apart from the hip hop market, because a lot of the melodies that I was bringing in the choruses weren't melodies you would ever hear in R&B or hip hop.
Yeah.
So it just naturally translated, and then I realized I'll start hearing them same type of melodies in Latin music, and I wrote and produced so many Latin songs. And people don't know. They have no idea. They don't know careers that I was attached to.
Yeah.
You know, all the way from Ozuna to Farruko, all these guys. Like,
Even
no one knew, but these are all small proteges of mine.
Yeah. Is it just like you reach out to them, seeing them do it, or like you say like, hey, come to the studio, let me play something, or how does that? Because Farruko is I love Farruko, one of my favorites.
And he's so humble.
And he's very like
cool,
pop reminiscent in his lyrics and when when he does music. How is that kind of I guess a relationship with you and him?
Well, that relationship was through Mafio. Mafio's a producer, and he connected me with Farruko because he was always be like, "Yo, man, I'm telling you, got to hook up with him, man." Yeah. I mean, he's like, he's reggaeton, but he does more reggae like vibe. But it kind of reminds me of stuff that y'all would do together. And then once he connected us, we locked in. It was like automatic.
Have you heard when Spanish artists like sample your music? I know like
Alex Rose
I
cleared a lot.
That is I
so many. I done cleared about 7 Mr. Lonely's versions. You know what I'm saying? I done cleared like 4 or 5 I Wanna Love You versions. I done got like 2 Right Now versions. Like Don't Matter Now is just about to come out. Like I've been clearing a lot of my catalog for Latin records. Yeah.
It helps your music carry on
sure.
too, because people kind of go back and they listen to stuff.
And then the newer generation didn't even know it was a sample. They thought it was an original.
Yeah,
which is even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I can't think of somebody like in hip hop that sampled you yet. Like,
you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you
absolutely
maybe
right.
want to sample you? That
you know what? The first person I thought would possibly do it was probably Kanye because he's such a sample king. I thought that would have came from.
Yeah, it's gonna come somewhere.
Now with hip hop, I've got a few drill. I got a lot of drill.
Yeah. Oh, okay, like the new
that is a very
drill.
Happy ringtone. Yeah, that is a very beautiful day ringtone. It is.
Good morning, Akon.
This is what's crazy.
The robot soldiers are ready.
This phone goes off so much, and that ringtone rings so much that on the album there's actually a song
with the ringtone.
I took the ringtone and made a beat from it.
Sampled
the
ringtone. Only
it's
you
the
could
third
do
single.
that.
Wow.
That's tight.
It's the third single. So y'all gonna get that.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
So the drill rappers definitely.
Yeah, the drill rappers. They've been
Jersey
drill rappers they've been killing the my catalog on the drill side of it though.
But is it weird to be like, Mr. Lonely, and I hit him with the.
Actually, what was crazy was the Bonanza one.
Oh, it was Bonanza.
It was Bonanza. I think it was Cardi B and
tight.
What's the name of the dude from Bronx that got locked up?
Oh, K-Flock.
Yeah, Flock.
K-Flock.
Yeah.
Oh, it was that.
And mind you, now Bonanza's a happy record.
Yeah.
Right. It's so happy.
I hit him in the belly. No, he belly dancing.
Mr. Lonely.
While I'm going, they going.
I love that you're enjoying music still. That's what keeps it going.
Really
you know,
yep.
We see a lot of our legends kind of be like, done away with it. It was a stepping stone, or like they say that hip hop is a young man's sport.
Right.
But you know, like your new records coming up, like you just said, you just gave us three albums that are on deck. You must have such a spark about you to still continue to create in the music realm.
Oh yeah, no, because that part never really stopped. Even though I had stopped putting records out, I was still writing, producing for other artists. So that's the bread and butter. That's like the holy grail of what opens the door for all the other great things that I want to do. Right?
Yeah.
I think the music piece is literally what gels me. Like even if I wanted to, if I like, for instance, computers, that opens the door for me to go to Mac or go to Microsoft and say, listen, I got this music program that I want to install in one of your joints. They see my music background. They be like, of course we will do that. And then why not? So let's see what all the music programs you guys already have outside of GarageBand or whatever that I can endorse or that I can actually make better. And then we put it in all the computers globally. So what I do, I just take the ideas of what other things are doing and how to figure out how did that marry with music and then take advantage of it on an entrepreneur level.
I'll take that. I'll take one.
Yeah.
I'll take
the Akon skin?
Akon,
Or the Akon mod?
I'll take an Akon. I need an Akon robot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drum machines, keyboards, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The drum machine to be smacked at, you know what I'm saying? Pop, pop. Yeah. It's things like that. It's just a matter.
Right.
It's really all marketing. I realize that once you're known for something great, there's always other brands that you can collaborate with to make money with.
Right.
Yeah.
But most artists, they don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, so they either need managers or agents to actually bring those ideas to them. But everybody's chasing touring and chasing the right now money, but they don't see the legacy building of what a corporation can bring to someone that has that kind of fan base.
No,
Because to me, it's a waste to have millions of fans globally and you're not selling them nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
So ways to not be getting money from those people.
Yeah. Like, and I tell new artists all the time, I'm like, just grow your fan base to 100,000 real fans, not bots, not someone that you got from a collaboration. No, 100,000 people that you know support you specifically. Yeah. That's all you need, and you can survive for the rest of your life. Because if you got 100,000 fans that really rock with you, and you sell them a T-shirt or a pen or whatever, just $10 a month that they spend on you, right there, that's $1 million a month that you can make.
Versus trying to get one new people. Sale. Wow. Right. You know, the last person that told me that is Nipsey. The way that you're talking is very reminiscent of Nip, where it's like even the proud to pay. He's talking directly to his fans that will pay that bread because they love him like that versus trying to outreach other people or a new buyer. Hey, check me out. Right. And then just, I guess that alone will give others FOMO of like, oh, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, because guess what? That base right there becomes not only your marketing, they're your billboards, they're your mouthpieces, and they spread your word around. It's almost like any like I would say professor in a prophecy version type of thing, because you could say prophet had disciples and followers in the beginning. And fans are like that because they spread the word for you, right? So if you got fans that's letting everybody know, oh, Nipsey's the hottest thing happening in the West Coast, people are going to be like, oh, really? Let me check it out. They hear it and may just become a fan or they may hear it and be like, nah, not yet. I'm not convinced. But at least they radar's on you. Now they checking for you to see what else you got. But the ones that lock in, oh, now those going to lock in. Those are real fans. And before you know it, now you got to offer them something that benefits them every day.
Jeez, Akon.
You know?
I'm getting so much game from you this week, and I know you're joking, but I love it.
No, I'm serious.
But like you, so when like, you've been joking this whole time, but it's just really you're making me not as scared of like technology.
No, AI, don't be afraid of that.
Yeah, I was scared.
Don't be afraid of that.
Be afraid of the humans behind
the AI. The only way you should be afraid of if you're suicidal.
Damn, I'm afraid.
If you're suicidal, then be very afraid. Be very afraid.
What is that?
Be a medical
Akon,
you need to leave.
Don't let them know that, man.
I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, how does that?
Only if you're Mr. Lonely.
We don't know what. Just be careful what you program that
thing. Be
thing.
afraid of your thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
Not the
You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Okay. Absolutely, man.
I'm sorry. For Lonely, I want to take it back there. Lonely. Who were you talking about? What's her name?
Well, I won't give her name, but she's my first wife. We've been together 30 years now.
That's what it is. Yep. Did that song work?
Wait.
Hold on. We're not going to extend it.
No, we're not going to do it. No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
You are like
We're not going to do it.
I'm like, what's the story behind it?
Okay, I'll give you the story, but that's as far as it goes. But like every man, obviously we wasn't perfect when we was younger.
Yeah.
So I had a side piece, and I was locked up, and my side piece came to visit me. But as my wife was coming in, my side piece was leaving, and they bumped into each other. And you can imagine why I was lonely, goddamn.
And that's what you're like, nobody wanna see.
Now that was a different one. That one was a different side piece. Listen, every man has side pieces in their life.
Shut up, I would have a husband. No,
your husband is perfect. Yeah. Your husband is perfect.
These songs are gonna hit way more now.
Perfect. Thank God, man. Your husband is perfect.
Akon is the best.
I promise you.
I have a Theo like you.
Trust your man and do everything he tells you. And I promise you, you will be happy forever.
That's
what I learned in life. Listen to your man and you will always be happy.
That's not what Lonely said.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, but lonely. It was lonely that made me become who I am today.
Yeah.
Oh, you learned from your mistakes.
She had to see that. I had to go through it.
Yeah.
Like, it had to happen. Otherwise, I'd still be having side pieces.
Yeah.
It makes sense now.
It makes sense.
He's telling my wife, like, aren't you glad I had a side piece? Yeah. You got rich and famous, right?
We grow through experience and we mature in age. Yeah. As we get older, we realize, man, that's just, it's like, you got to think, like, as men growing, and we have you got to think, there's 15 women made for every man on this earth. So it's so many choices
just
for
men.
Ratio-wise.
Yeah.
So there's so many choices for men, right? I mean, it could be the ugliest, down, dirty, like smelly draw dude in the world. He's going to find a woman.
Right.
Or a woman's going to find him. It's not like that for women.
Yeah.
Women they have a certain standard that you have to have for us to choose you.
Yeah.
Whereas we can stay dirty and stank, it don't matter. A woman's going to like that dirty and stank.
Yeah.
So Our job is not that hard, but at the same time, it's almost impossible to grow and just be locked into one woman your whole life. We have to experience what it is we want to lock into before we can actually lock in. So our younger years, you're asking for hell to try to control him. Just let him be who he is. As he gets older, he's going to realize that you're the one that he needs anyway, because all them other women remind him of why he needs to be with you. Then once he's locked in, man, he's locked in. That's why I say your man is perfect. The moment he's decided to get married, he knew what he wanted.
So the moment you decided to be married, it was...
Period.
What age was that?
That was... My situation was a little different.
He's an international superstar. It's a little different.
My situation choices. It took a little bit longer because of
we got there.
more choices.
But we got there.
Now I've chosen and I'm good.
His was a 15. It was 15,000.
Okay. Akon, we were talking about you and your brother earlier.
Oh,
and
Boo?
Yeah,
that's my dog.
No, the one that performs or has performed previously.
That's the thing. I had okay, all my brothers, we all resemble each other. Boo was the original one. He was the original. But then Boo got famous.
Yeah.
Then it was O. But O was different because O wouldn't tell me he was going to do it.
Yeah. He would take gigs as they come.
At least Boo was more business. He's like, yo, all right, cool. I got this Akon. How you want to split this up? All right, cool. You do that. You do South Carolina. I'll do North Carolina. Cool. We good, right?
Businessman.
Yeah.
O was a little different. He was the other side of like me. Boo was more like the entrepreneur side of me.
Right.
Omar is the street side of me.
Yeah.
He didn't get no permission. He would just book shows.
Yeah.
I would get conversations from my manager like, yo, you got a show in South Dakota? No. Y'all need to shut that down. The next time I'm getting a call from you mean you trying to stop my money? You trying to stop my money?
I'm Akon too.
I'm like, bro, what you talking about? Nigga, this is my show. I'm like, no, this is my show that you're doing.
He said, you don't want to do it anyway.
He won't even cut me in. He'll just take the money and dip.
Yeah. He's like, I'm doing the work. But I have a question. Is there a way to tell you guys apart? Like, if are you really O or are you Akon?
When we're together, you can clearly see us apart.
Okay.
But you can't tell us apart if it's just him in the room.
Got it.
You would be like, is that Con?
Yeah.
You would question it.
Yeah.
Until he says something. He speaks. Then you'd be like, okay, this voice is a little bit deeper.
As soon as I heard you talk, I'm like, he sounds like a song.
Yeah,
like,
when I'm
right?
talking, I sound like the record.
How many times did you use the, that wasn't me, that was my brother excuse when you got caught up? Like doing
never, actually.
Oh, okay,
They never. But they got me in a lot of trouble. They definitely got me in a lot of trouble. I know one of my brothers got caught though, and he got caught real bad. And I was so happy he got caught, but I wasn't happy. But I was happy.
Like you're happy that he's gonna learn from it.
But it was after that he chilled out because he didn't realize I had a warrant.
Oh.
And he took off one of my cars while I was out of town and was speeding down the highway, and he got stopped. So he got stopped. The cop was like, okay, can I see your license registration? You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, I left my license, but you'll definitely know who I am if I give you my name.
No way. No.
So the cop was like, yeah, so what's your name? He said, yeah, Alioune Akon, Alioune Chan, but they call me Akon, that's my name. He said, oh, wow, you're the Akon? He said, yeah. He said, okay, well, no problem. I think it's going to be fine. I'm just checking the computer, make sure, you're clear, and then registration, everything's up to date, and then we'll let you go. You're like, all right. So you're there just chilling. Cop come back. He said, sir, I'm sorry. I need you to step out the car.
You got a warrant, bro. You got a warrant, bro.
What? You want a picture or something? He said, yeah, it's going to be a picture, but I don't think it's the kind of picture. He said, unfortunately, man, I checked. You got a bench warrant, man. Yeah. I got to take you in. He said, no. I'm not him. I'm his brother. I'm the brother.
Wow.
I'm the brother. The cop was like,
he said, I'm just a con.
I'm just Akon.
Right.
Who knew pretending to be Akon would get you locked up?
So he tried to go prove that he wasn't me, but it was too late. It was too late.
It's too late.
All right, well, listen, let's get you to the station. We'll sort all of that out.
Wow.
Well,
that was hilarious.
Did he at least fix the warrant?
No. I eventually had to come in.
Yeah.
Eventually had to come in and pay, but it was just because it was a failure to appear.
Yeah.
I had a traffic ticket. I honestly probably buy one of them.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know existed. But then I had to come in. And
we
pay
all got
for
those right now. We're definitely doing court, and we need to be there.
Funny.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Was that O?
I ain't gonna tell you what you want. I can't say what you want. I just let y'all take a wild guess.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
Do you ever visit Mexico?
Oh man, listen. My stories of Mexico.
Good.
Amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
No, love Mexico.
What parts have you gone to?
What's your favorite part?
All right, so there's a few things that happen in Mexico.
Yeah.
So certain places I can't mention.
Of course.
But of course, one of the most touristic and the most safest places to mention, obviously, is Cancun.
Right.
Okay. But then the other names is in my phone. I kind of want to say them.
Just say it and we'll bleep it.
I kind of do want to
say the first letter. The first letter of the city.
You're so. Akon, thank you for coming
Vic,
through.
I'm taking you to Mexico, Vic. I want to go too, man. You going too, baby. You going too.